What is going on, you guys? Welcome to the Purple and Gold Per Seconds podcast. I'm your host, Mike Javid, and we're recording this right after the season. And I just wanted to make this episode just to kind of give my overall thoughts on the season. It's going to be definitely on the longer side, but let's just get right into it. So first of all, we just got to start off how we got here. Before talking about this season, we got to talk about the season before. Of course, the Lakers made that big trade for Luca, but going into that season, I was kind of thinking this era of LeBron and AD, it's kind of cooked. I wanted, I kind of honestly, I didn't really share this that much, but I low key kind of wanted both of them gone. As much as it sucked, I loved AD and I love LeBron still, but I thought our window was closed. I thought there was no way the Lakers would ever be contenders again, and I thought it was best to just move on. Clearly, this team had other plans, and of course, making that Luka Doncic trade. In a way, it was like kind of giving up on the era, on the LeBron era, moving on. It was kind of like it's weird to say it's like a rebuilding move, but it also kind of was because like you're trading a 31-year-old for a 25-year-old, and you're building your team around a new player. So honestly, by the deadline, I was all in. I wanted this team back. I wanted to see AD and LeBron. Like I genuinely believe they could do great things together. But they just needed better role players. And of course, you can't say no to that Luka Doncic trade. Like honestly, in the moment, it was kind of tough a little bit. Just giving up AD and Max Christie was a little bit tough. But of course, just getting Luka Doncic, you can't say no to that. And now, after losing in round one, they were in a better spot than they were a year ago. And after losing to Denver in round one, as you've got Luka Doncic at the time, probably fourth best player in the league. I think he still is. But you have Luca, who's a top five player in the league at worst, and then you have Reeves, you have LeBron, you have role players. You just have to keep your core, and you could do great things. Now going into this offseason, I just want to see this Lakers team trade for a center. I was hoping LeBron would take a pay cut, and he didn't do that. Which honestly, it didn't really do much. In fact, they didn't do that because the Lakers lost DFS anyways. That created a non-taxpayer MLE, and the Lakers were able to split that on Jake LaRavia and DeAndre Ayton, two guys who showed some flashes at some points this season. Like LaRavia, for example, in that Minnesota game, in that Miami game, early December, late October, and then DeAndre Ayton had some very good games this season. I don't want to discredit them. I think they actually gave us some good moments. But this playoff run, Aiden was just bad and Laravia was unplayable. So it didn't really do much. And the Lakers lost DFS, who also sucked this season for Houston. I was going into the season thinking Reeves should be the second option next to Luca, and I do still think that Reeves kind of does could be the Lakers' Kyrie Irving, as you've got Luca and you've got Reeves as your backcourt, and you just need to find size defenders. And I was kind of in the camp the Lakers should consider to trade LeBron, but I knew they wouldn't really get good assets in return. So you've got a guy making like 50 mil on your books. You want to just go get like three solid role players and kind of build a similar team to the Mavs in 24. However, though, this season, Lakers they obviously added Marcus Smart. They had a dude Thero. They drafted him, and they traded for Luke Kennard, of course, at the deadline. But overall, Lakers got to a really good start. I think they started off 7-2, and a big part of this, Luka Doncic, of course, he was having an incredible start to the season. He was one of the MVP favorites, and this was without his 3-point shot falling. Like after in his first 7 games of the season, he was averaging 37 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. And then also Austin Reeves. before LeBron came back, Reeves was also having an incredible season. I think. Let me just double check, but he was averaging like let's see, he was averaging 28 points and 8 assists on not the best efficiency, 48% from the field, only 33% from three. But still, like Reeves was that elite second option next to Luca, and he won a game against Minnesota without Luca and Reeves, or without LeBron and Reeves, or without LeBron and Luca, and also won a game against the Kings without both of them. Still, it's the Kings, but like it's a great sign that he's able to win games like that. And then the thing is that when LeBron came back, I really just thought the Lakers they couldn't really like keep all three of them on the floor together until later in the season. Because when LeBron came back, yeah, they played a couple of games together. Like they beat the Clippers, they beat Dallas, they beat Utah twice. Uh, they beat Philly. But honestly, like after that, I think they had a win against Phoenix too. But after that, Reeves got hurt. He had a calf strain. The Lakers rushed him back, and yeah, like they just that Christmas nightmare against Houston. Reeves got hurt, and he was out for a month after that. And then like yeah, the Lakers are just playing bad basketball in December and even January. It's just like Luka and LeBron. Their offense without LeBron, it was awful. It's just Luka and a bunch of role players like Marcus Smart. Even like Rue was out for a little bit. So this Lakers team really struggled in December and January. I think in December they were like 5-7, and then January only 9-7. So 14-14 in those 2 months combined. However, when Reeves came back, everything changed. After that long road trip, the Grammy road trip, where they played Brooklyn, or they played New York, Denver, Dallas, Chicago, Cleveland, I think Washington too. They like had a big road trip, 8 games. They went 5-3, so it's a big stretch right there for them. And overall, like when Reeves came back, Reeves had that great game against the Sixers, but then Luca gets hurt, and you got you got Luca out to the All Star break. So and Reeves is still like on a minute restriction, so the Lakers really didn't have time to like get fully healthy until after the All Star break. After the All Star break, though, Reeves comes back. And then they go to that starting lineup of Luca, Reeves, Marcus Smart, LeBron, and Aiden. They ball out, and even though like they did lose a couple games, I think they lost one to Orlando, which was a bad loss. Another one at Phoenix, and they didn't have Devin Booker or Dylan Brooks. That was another bad loss. The Lakers go, I think like 11-1 in their next 12 games, something like that. They lost to Denver. It may have been 12-1 actually. They lost one game at Denver, and it was a very winnable game. They battled hard. It was a close game, and like they had great wins against. Sorry, they had great wins against teams like the Knicks, Timberwolves, Nuggets at home. 2 wins against Houston, Orlando. Lost one to Detroit, but they had another win against Cleveland at home. So they had some nice wins. Another big part, the Lakers didn't really have any wins against true contenders, like teams above 60 with a 60% winning percentage. Their only wins were just at least to start the season. They beat San Antonio, they beat Minnesota twice, and they beat Denver without Jokic. So and LeBron was out for the first three of those, and then against the Jokic-less Nuggets. That doesn't. I'm not counting that because the second best player in the league, or third in the league, in my opinion, the second or third best player in the league was out. So, yeah, I'm not really counting that. So, once everything is feeling so good, now it just gets all downhill. The OKC game, April 2nd, I think. Like early April, Luca gets hurt, Reeves gets hurt, and from that point on, the season was kind of over. But Lakers still fought. They were able to stay top four, even though they did fall out of that 3 seed, which was the goal. They fall to four, unfortunately, but the Lakers were still able to get a huge win against the Rockets, winning that series in six. And then, of course, they get swept by the Thunder. But I really just thought the Lakers played a great series, and I have nothing to complain about. I thought their effort was great. They played really hard, and they made at least Game Four competitive. And I do believe the Thunder were a better series, or were a better overall team. After that series, rather compared to before that series, the Lakers definitely did challenge the Thunder a little bit. Redick outcoached Mark Daignault, and the thing is that Thunder just have so much more talent. They're just a better team, so they're gonna win the series, even though Redick was the better coach. So overall, this season, despite Luka playing only 64 games, despite Reeves playing only 51, despite LeBron playing only 60, despite Marcus Smart playing only 62, this Lakers team still won 53 games. And that just shows you how good JJ Redick is as a coach. I'll get more into him later. Actually, we'll just start with him right now. Redick, he's a top five coach in the league, in my opinion. I think his schemes are great. His rotations aren't very good. Like, he does have some questionable decisions. Like, I don't know why Jake Laravia was playing so much. Like, he just wasn't playing good enough basketball to be playing the amount of minutes he was. And I thought Adu Thero actually should have played a little bit more than him. Uh, but like overall, I thought like his rotations are fine, but also he just wasn't the best with them. His schemes are great. Like he definitely gets the most out of his guys. Like guys like Maxi Kleba, like he'll come into a game like he had I think against Philly at home. He played just so well without scoring at all. And like just setting screens and being in the right place at the right time. Um Jackson Hayes played really well this season. So overall, like he was just a great coach this year. I don't really think I have to explain that much with him. I kind of already did. I really want him back. I think he could be your coach for the next 10 years. Rob Pelinka. I think he did get kind of lucky with the Luka trade. Luke Kennard, that was a great move. Giving up only 1 second round pick, crazy fleece job. Because without Kennard, I don't know if this Lakers team makes it out of round one. So Pelinka really didn't do much bad this summer. At the time, I did question that DFS letting him walk, but clearly he was right about that. And he was also right about the Kennard pickup. Of course, trading for Luka, that's a win. So overall, like I really did think I'm a bit hesitant to bring him back, but I don't expect him to go. I don't think he should go. And yeah, I'm excited for this offseason. Uh, I don't really trust him that much with free agency moves. He is kind of more of a quiet GM. Will just do things like outside the box you wouldn't really expect. But like, I think he's a pretty good GM. He's like average because all GMs do get lucky and like drafting. I don't really take that. I don't really care about that much when drafting because even like a guy like Sam Presti, he drafted Usman Jang 11th in 2022, trading 3 firsts for him. He traded 5 second round picks for Dylan Jones. Do you even know who that is? So yeah, exactly. All GMs hit on picks. All GMs miss on picks. Like he missed on Jalen Hood-Schifino. He probably missed on Dalton Connect. But I don't care. I think Connect actually could be pretty good. Hood-Schifino, I don't. He sucks. But yeah, he found Nick Smith Jr. He actually gave the Lakers some really solid minutes this year when he played. And he also found a guy like even Drew Timmy. I thought he gave the Lakers some good runs when he played. He's obviously not going to be in the rotation, but like he wasn't bad this when he played. So yeah, Palinka's really good with finding players. He also found Austin Reeves, of course. But yeah. Anyways, now let's just talk about. I really want to get into some more role players. So Marcus Smart, 9 points per game this season, steal and a half a game, but shot sub 40% from the field and sub 30 and 33% from three. So offensively, he's not very good, but defensively, he's the Pats, and I want him back next summer. I want him back next season. I imagine he opts out of his contract. It makes no sense for the Lakers to let him walk unless they're getting a guy like I don't even know, like just a really good point of attack defender that's available, and we don't even know it. Rui Hachimura, Lakers just. I think Rui should be the Lakers' number one priority outside of Reeves. Um, he averaged 11 points a game, shot 44% from three, 51% from the field. In the playoffs, he shot 55% from the field, 57% from three, 17 and a half points per game. The Lakers cannot afford to lose Rui, and if they do, I'll be really sad. DeAndre Ayton, I've got mixed thoughts on him. Like, I think he actually is a solid backup center. He could play like 10 minutes a game, maybe like 12. But in the playoffs, he was unplayable. He shot only 54% from the field. In the regular season, shot 67% from the field. So 13% decrease. And averaging 10 points per game, 9 rebounds. Did average more rebounds than he did in the regular season, but for him, a 7-foot center, only 8 rebounds. I don't like that. You've got to get more rebounds than that. I think his rebounding is pretty concerning. Defensively, he's inconsistent, though. I do think he showed some promise second half of the season. Um, Jake LaRavia, I actually think he's a pretty good player when his shot is falling, but he does have some stupid turnovers every once in a while. And even though he did play all 82 games, shot 32% from three, which is a career low for him, I'm pretty sure. Like he had a really good season shooting the ball 20 in the 2025 season. Shot 42% from three in 66 games. So Jake could shoot the ball, but the problem is he just really struggled with that this year. I think defensively he's actually okay. He's not like he's just average. Like he has some his moments for sure. But offensively he could be a problem sometimes. Luke Kennard gave the Lakers some great run as well. He had 9 points a game and shot 52% from the field and 45% from three. Kennard, I don't really want him back, honestly, just because I'm worried about his defense, and I don't really believe the Lakers shouldn't be worried about they cannot have bad defenders next season next to Luka and Reeves because that's gonna be bad. Last guy I wanted to talk about for role players, actually two more guys, Jackson Hayes. Just a really nice backup center, maybe even third string center. I don't know. 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, shot 76% from the field. Hayes has a lob that's nice, and I think I'd rather have him back over Aiden because first of all, I think Hayes is just gonna get a lot less money, and I just think he's gives more energy and effort most of the time. Obviously, you don't want him starting. You saw that win in 25, but still. And then last, I'll talk about Vando. Vando had a rough year. He was in and out of the rotation. He played 65 games, but a lot of those games that he missed were DNPs. They weren't him being injured. So Vando's a pretty good player. His offense isn't good, obviously, but his defense is still amazing. That's the reason why he's still on the team. But I personally don't really think he should return. I don't think he should be on the roster next year. I kind of want him gone, but I wouldn't be mad if he's still on the team. So overall, the role players they're not they're not great, but they're like what you want kind of. But I just think the bench isn't very good. Like guys like Luke Kennard are probably gone this summer. I mean, I guess you have Rui if he's coming off the bench. That's nice as a six man, but that's not enough. Guys like I want to target, like there's a ton of guys like Keon Ellis could be a steal if the Lakers get him. Like just one name, but we'll get him. We'll get. I'm definitely gonna do a couple offseason plans this summer, and I'll let you know right now. Keon Ellis will get featured in one of those. I'd like to also talk about, in my opinion, the greatest player to ever do it, LeBron James. This season, he averaged 21 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 51% from the field, but 32% from three. LeBron shooting the ball in this season, he wasn't himself. And I don't think that's going to be the case next season. At least I hope it's not. But overall though, like LeBron had a good season. He adapted well. He started the season like in a weird role. Then he was the second option when Reeves came back. And then when he finally adapted, when he returned against I think Chicago, like after he missed a couple games, the Lakers went undefeated in those games he missed, and then LeBron just realized, okay, he just adapted into a third option role, and that changed everything for this Lakers team. If he had done that earlier, I think the season could have gone differently, where they would have had the third seed. But like overall, LeBron really played well. Defensively, he was definitely better this season than he was like last year. Actually, maybe not honestly, but like for example, season like 2022 or 23, where he's handling the ball much more. Now this season, he's able to just play off the ball more and just do play winning basketball. Like it's not really heliocentric ball anymore. I mean, Luka does that a little bit, but LeBron is really just there. He could catch lobs still, of course. Really good cutter, obviously. He can catch and shoot. And then defensively, he's gonna be a bit of an anchor. He could talk. He's gonna just talk a lot on that end, and his IQ definitely helps with this team and with this game. So overall, if LeBron's gone this summer, thank you for all your time over here. I don't really think he'll be gone this summer, but also I wouldn't be that shocked if he's a Cav or if he's even like a Warrior. But yeah, Austin Reeves. Reeves had his best season of his career. There's no doubt in my mind with that. Even though in the playoffs he did struggle, he averaged 4.5 turnovers a game compared to only 6 assists, 40% from the field, 25% from three, and he did average 20 points, but a lot of those came on free throws. 7 free throw attempts per game, which is a skill. I'm not saying it's not a skill. Overall, Reeves, I thought like in the regular season though, 49% from the field, 36% from three. I think his defense did regress a bit, but offensively, he showed he can still be that guy. As a second option, he's so good. He had like one stretch late in the season where he had like a 4 game stretch. I could actually look at this right now. Against the Knicks, Timberwolves, Bulls, and Nuggets. He averaged 29.5 points in those games, 6.5 assists, shot 55% from the field, 45% from three, and 81% from the line. So he shows just consistently he could be that guy, but he does have some bad games here and there. Like one that immediately comes to mind was that Thunder game, at least the first one. He had a really bad game too against like the Pacers, I remember. And there's just a whole lot of them, but overall though, I think Reeves had a really good season. Shows he could shows I probably overrated him a little bit. I said he's like a top 25 player in the league. I wouldn't say he's that anymore. I'd probably say he's like top 35. Ideally, he's on a max contract. I don't really think he's worth the max. But if he wants one, I'd pay him one because you can't lose a guy like Reeves for nothing. Lastly, let's talk about the franchise player, the best point guard or second best point guard in the league, Luka Doncic. He averaged 33.5 points per game this season, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. Um, Shot 48% from the field, 36% from three, 78% from the line. Um, Luka was incredible. The fact that he wasn't an MVP candidate still, like he wasn't top three in MVP voting, still blows my mind. I do believe Shea and Wemby were the top two, but I don't really see the argument for Jokic over Luka like whatsoever. Luka defensively, I thought he showed a lot more effort this year, though there was a time like in December where it looked like he was just being looking back to being like a fatty. Um, he really turned it around after like in the calendar year of 2026. The man averaged the man averaged 33.5 points, eight assists, 7 rebounds, shot 48% from the field, 39% from three. He was just incredible. Uh, all this only 3.5 turnovers a game too. And then in March, Luka was incredible. Uh, let's just look at this. Like this is crazy. Dude averaged 37.5 points per game in March, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 49% from the field, 39% from three. Luka was unbelievable this season. He's gonna be one of the best players, top 25, I'd say of all time. At least I think he'll be. He might honestly become the best player ever to not win an MVP. That's a good take I've had recently. But Luka's gonna be back, obviously. So it's incredible to have him in a Laker uniform. And that's pretty much all I've got to say with him. Like, I mean, it's pretty easy just to talk about him. He's top 5 player in the world. I'd probably have him fourth right now behind Shea, Jokic, probably Wemby at this point. Lastly, I'd like to talk about just what's next. What do I think the Lakers should do in the offseason? As of now, guys, I really want back. Just obviously you keep Luka and Reeves. If LeBron wants to come back, go ahead. But if he doesn't come back, like you've got Rui, we gotta keep him. Gotta keep Smart. I'd love to keep Jackson Hayes. I thought he showed a lot of energy this season. I think Bronny has potential as well. Um, I do Theora, I think has some potential. Dalton Connect, it's been real. I think he could still be really good, but he's just been disappointing. I don't really want him back. It's just like he's making like 4 mil, and he could honestly be using a trade. Like if we're trading Vando Connect, and they'll have 3 firsts this offseason. That's huge, including the 25th pick. Guy I want Morris Johnson. He's gonna be so good in this league, and I think he's a great fit on this roster. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do this summer if I was Rob Pelinka, but obviously I'm not. And yeah, that'll do it for this episode, at least I think. Just that's pretty much all I have to say on the season. I'm really excited for next season, and off season's gonna be lit. Record multiple ideal off seasons, and we'll definitely have some free agency content going out, trades, if the Lakers do make a trade, I'll get you guys and I'll get you guys my thoughts right away. So I'm really excited. I appreciate you all for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.